Hey, aloha everybody, and welcome to today's live stream. Running a few minutes late. I apologize for that. I had to do a consultation in advance of arriving here, and it takes about 10 minutes to set up this live stream and make it look professional. I even have to button my shirt while I'm live here. But yeah, it takes a few pieces of activity to have it all come together. But welcome and thank you for coming. Today is the 30th of June. It's the end of June, right? And I'm over here in the state of Washington, just across the border from Oregon. And, we didn't actually get to over 70 degrees until maybe a week ago. So it's been a very strange one. But I'm sure you're not here to learn about the weather. So today we're going to be picking up where we left off last Tuesday, just a few days ago. We're into session 20 now, and for those of you that are new, just arriving, my name is Paul Fletcher, and I'm one of the center leaders at Tao Central Portland, at least as of this recording I am. And you never know where you end up. You might ask me to go serve and open up, Thailand or Africa. You never know. You just serve where you're asked to serve. But at this time, I'm serving in Tao Central Portland, and I'm reading the book that Master Sha has brought to us, and it's called Tao Calligraphy, How to Heal and Rejuvenate Your Back. And on the front is a source calligraphy that translates to Tao Bei, which is Tao Back. And I have been a central leader for about 4 years now, about 3 years now, and certified master teacher for about 8 or 9 of those years. And in all my time with Dr. and Master Sha, the author of this book, what I've witnessed is an individual who willingly gives some of the most profound insights and self-healing techniques that I've ever come across to humanity. And he actually puts power into these books, which was something that was unique to me the first time I had heard that many, many years ago. He called them transmissions. And you would read the book and you would pause and receive a transmission. And those who did received remarkable results. Practice with him, of course. And just recently, he did an interview. He's quite famous around the world as one of the most renowned philanthropists, healers, authors, and breakthrough individuals, helping create Tao science, Shan medicine, and many other forms of wisdom teachings and healing methodologies. He just did an interview recently with a very well-known reporter, and she had put the book behind her back, wondering if it was curious, does it really work to help people heal their back? And she was amazed. She was like, at the end of the interview, she was his biggest spokesperson, because she says, I don't know what to tell you. I definitely had back pain, and it's just gone now. And so if you really want to bring healing to yourself, pay attention to what's in this book. So everybody that's here probably already knows that. But do, if you're live with me, do tell me hi. Type into the chat, hey, I'm here. Tell me where you're from, who you are. I'd love to recognize you. And I'll, of course, always thank you for sharing this for all those others that are not familiar with this live stream. So today I'm going to come back around to what we finished off on last week, which we just moved into chapter 9 of this book. There's 11 chapters, I believe, in the book. And so we're about 2/3 of the way through, moving towards 3/4 of the way through. And last couple of weeks, we've been working, actually just the last 2 weeks, we've been working with Da'ai, which is a calligraphy, and Da'ai is greatest love. And so in this book, the Tao Calligraphy, How to Heal Your Back, Master Sha has put in several calligraphies, one of them being Da'ai, the greatest love. And throughout this book, he's been telling us, this is how you can use my calligraphies to heal. So we actually have been using those. I have done no less than 10 practices with source calligraphies since we started this about 20 sessions ago. So today will be no difference. And what we did the last Tuesday, if you missed it, go back and watch it, is we used the Da'ai source calligraphy that has been placed within this book. And we did the 6 power technique, where we used sound power. We chanted Da'ai, we chanted greatest love. We used body power, which is where we place our hands, where the healing goes. We used mind power, visualizing, seeing the healing frequency coming from the source field that the calligraphy creates to us, to our area of request. We use the other very important powers, which is breath power, soul power, and calligraphy power. Calligraphy power is the message that is within the writing. In this case, the greatest love is the message within that writing. And so we actually used the breath power, one of the 6 powers, and we breathed in that field. Now, it's not a physical breath necessarily, it's a spiritual breath, meaning you and I, as is described in this book very well. There's several chapters in this description. I'm giving you a very brief paraphrase. But in the earlier chapters, Master Sha talks about how you and I and everyone and everything, according to science, has a vibrational field that puts off a wavelength. And within that vibrational field is both positive and negative information. Well, within the Tao source calligraphy is a vibrational field. Within this piece of art behind me is a vibrational field. Within, this cup, there's a vibrational field. Everything puts out a signature, a wavelength. The light that's shining on my face, so I show up well in the camera, is a wavelength as well. So everything puts out a wavelength, a vibrational field, no different than a piece of art. When Master Sha makes that piece of art, what's infused or empowered into that piece of art is the source creator's most pure vibrational field that Master Sha can transmit at that time. He's a very wide channel of light. And so when he writes a Tao source calligraphy, a huge channel of light comes into the calligraphy. And when you and I interact with it through this breath practice, we're not actually breathing in something that is intangible. It is a source field, and we're asking that source field to come to our source field. We are part of the source as well. But our source field is polluted. It's polluted with negative thoughts and negative words. It's polluted with negative actions. It's polluted with all kinds of stuff. It also has positivity in there, don't get me wrong, but the pollution is what creates our suffering. And so when we inhale a different frequency that carries a much more pure frequency and vibration from the same source that created us, then of course that pure source field will have a positive impact on us. So that's what we are doing. Then the final of the 6 powers is the soul power, in which we connect to those source field empowerments to actually apply them to us. Soul power is saying hello. Who do we say hello to? We're saying hello to the area of our request, which is called our inner souls. And then we're saying hello to the outer souls. That might be a new verbiage for you. And the simple version of that is everything is part of original source creator. It has a spark of the divine in it. It has a spark of the source creator in it. So another way of saying that, and maybe a language that you're not familiar with hearing, is everything has a soul, or everything has a spark of creator within it. Therefore, when we do what's called say hello, it's a form of saying hello to that spark of creator of your physical heart, if that's what you want to heal, or the spark within your shoulder, if that's what you want to heal. We're saying hello. We also say hello to the outer souls, such as the deities, the beings of love and light, the angels, the source, right? So let us go ahead and do that, because this chapter is focused directly on healing. I'm going to do a quick screen share, and there we go. So this is where we're at. This is where we left off at. And let's see. We were over here talking about the inhaling and the breathing, and then we actually did a practice for healing the physical body. And this was just Tuesday. And then we did that for about 7-8 minutes. And then we moved to a practice for the emotional body. Did that about 6-7 minutes. And then we went to the mental body. We did that for 6-7 minutes. And now we're at Da'ai, the field for transforming health in the spiritual body. So here is the source calligraphy that we're going to be using. This one, Master Sha wrote specifically for this book. It's called Da'ai, which again, it means the greatest love. And Da'ai, the greatest love, it's a message. Every time Master Sha writes a source calligraphy, he writes in a message. I want to pause for a minute. Welcome, Anthea. Welcome, Kiru. Thank you both for commenting, letting me know you're here. Send you double love because you commented and said I'm here. Thank you for talking to me. Those others that are on the live stream, I see a bunch of you here. Please go in and chat. Say, hey, I'm here too. and I'll be happy to acknowledge you, send you lots of extra love. Right now, we're going to receive this healing love from the source field that is within this piece of art called Da I. So let us connect to this piece of art. And how do we do that? We say, repeat after me, dear the soul of this source art, Da I, the most sacred calligraphy that carries the frequency and vibration of greatest love. You carry the most pure field from the original source within you. And as I connect to you, trace you, and breathe in your vibrational field, I would be so very humbled and grateful if you blessed me for my specific request. Now, this is a spiritual request right now, so a spiritual body request. So what's an example of spiritual body? Spiritual body might be open my spiritual heart. It could be develop my third eye. It could be develop my ability to connect more to my soul. It could be enhance my ability to forgive others. This will bless your spiritual body. Welcome also, Randy. Great to see you here. And welcome, Risto. So happy you're both commenting. It's only a mild 71 in Anchorage. No big deal. You guys reach 100 up there. So let us connect to the source calligraphy. Tell the source silently what spiritual aspect of your life you would like to transform. If it's not what I suggested, which is just suggestions, choose one. Do that now silently. Great. Give me just a moment. And I'm going to just mention to a few people that I'm live on some of our chat groups so that maybe some more people can join us, get some of this healing. Have you guys noticed how Facebook takes like an extra, I don't know, at least 5 seconds to load? Ever since they made some changes, it's been quite it takes a long time. Not sure what that's all about. Okay. And let's see, we'll close that now. I'm here with you again, and I'm going to post into some of the chats to join me live. Okay. I'm fully with you. Looks like we lost the shared image, so let me share that again. And we'll go straight into this practice. I hope that you've told the source what you want to focus on. There we go. Finally got the right screen. So, dear the soul of Da I, source calligraphy, repeat after me. And dear the soul of my area of request, my spiritual request, you have the ability to heal and transform yourself. Do a good job. And dear the soul of this Da I source field within this piece of beautiful art, could you please come to me, transform my vibrational field, especially the specific area of request. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Place one hand over your heart center, which represents your spiritual request. And we're going to breathe in. And when we exhale, we're going to exhale with the mantra Da I. When we breathe in, I want you to see your spiritual heart, see your soul receiving light. When you exhale, I want you to see negative, like a little cloud leaving, more light coming in with each in breath. Breathe in. Da I. The negative negativity leaves and it gets brighter and brighter. Breathe in. Breathe in. And when you breathe in, see the light coming into your heart center. And when you get to the top of your breath, hold about 1, maybe 2 seconds, and then exhale the old. Breathe in. Breathing in. Breathing in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Again. And now I want you to do the same thing silently. I want you to see the light as you inhale in and silently exhale, chanting Da-I, 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 seeing the negative leaving and the area becoming even brighter, your whole soul becoming even brighter. Breathe in. Da-I, Da-I, Da-I. Breathe in. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Beautiful. Notice if you're going into a deeper space of emptiness, like you want to waft away, go someplace. Okay? Wonderful. So now we'll step back on this practice a minute. And the next stage of this practice is to offer healing to relationships. So let me read a little bit. Following the patterns of the physical body and earlier in the mind body, the golden light ball. And then we did this for the for the spiritual body. Master Sha suggests the word transform, transform, transform. Good. So now we're going to work on relationships. The Tao Calligraphy transformative art field is a source field, which is a quantum field with unlimited positive information, energy, and matter, and unlimited potential. That's why the Tao Calligraphy field can heal and transform any aspect of life, including relationships. Few people have only perfect relationships, full of love, peace, and harmony. Most people could have one or two, several challenging relationships, and some people have huge challenges in relationships. So apply the 6-power technique. And we'll come back to that in just a second. So This is something that is really important to understand about Tao healing and the Tao healing field. What is the healing field? How is it created? The Tao healing field is a pure source frequency and vibration. This pure source frequency and vibration comes from the same source that created you and me. And that pure frequency and vibration is impacting us. But most of the time, when we say the word healing, we think about the physical body, right? And this goes so much further. What is important to understand about this book, the wisdom, Tao calligraphies, and everything that Master Sha brings to us is that this form of healing is about a transference of one field to another field. Now, in your physical body, you have a personal vibrational field. Within that field is thoughts, words, and actions for benefiting others and for hurting others. And that impacts you physically. There are thoughts, words, and actions that have positively benefited people's emotions, negatively benefited people's emotions. Okay? There are thoughts, words, and actions that harmed people's mental state of mind and benefited people's mental state of mind, and so forth. It's no different for relationships. You have a vibrational field that carries all that, and a partner has a vibrational field that carries all that. So does a coworker. They have a vibrational field that carries all that. So you could walk into work one day, and a coworker could come in the same day, and they could have had a very negative set of experiences before arriving. They then become very belligerent towards you. You then have emotions about it, which impacts your emotional vibrational field. You carry it in your head, which causes you to mentally loop, causes now mind blockages, and this stays in your vibrational field because this person has a bad something going on at home and carries it to work because they're not very good at communicating, for example, right? So now they have a problem with somebody at home and they have a problem at work that they didn't know they were creating, or maybe they don't care about it, and you're holding on to it, okay? So now you have problems within a relationship. But the big picture here is, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual relationship, it doesn't matter. It's still on your vibrational field. And you can use this source calligraphy and the most pure positive field within it to help bless the soul of a relationship, or bless the frequency, energy, and matter of the relationship between you and that other person. It can help to heal your vibrational field, and it can help to bring balance to that other person's vibrational field. Now I'm going to throw another curveball at you. Relationships, there's a third entity involved. You have this person, you have that person, and there's something in the middle. It's called a relationship soul. Because depending on your belief system, Master Sha's belief system says that there is more than one life, that we live more than once. And if you have a long-standing hatred with you and your boss, or you have a lot of blockages or good things with a romantic relationship, or difficulty with one of the siblings, the other three you get along fine with, but one of them, oh my goodness, right? Or maybe you get along great with mom, but not so much with dad, right? Why? Because you've done this rodeo before, according to the wisdom that is shared in these books and in the healing process. And so you have a soul that carries this vibration. They have one that carries vibration. And between you, there's a history. That's called a relationship soul. Between you, there's a history of going back and forth. I call it playing tennis. You hit the tennis ball over to them saying, I don't like you. They hit the tennis ball back to you saying, well, I don't like you either. Or you hit the tennis ball and say, I love you. They hit the tennis ball back and say, I love you too. And so what tennis balls are you hitting? It eventually creates this relationship soul. And within that relationship soul is the stuff. It either creates a good set of experiences or a not so good set of experiences. So when you work with this vibrational field, it impacts yours, it impacts theirs, and accordingly it impacts the field between the two of you, which as it gets purified and cleaned, then the crud between you becomes less and less and less. And then you come back together and say, I forgive you. They say, oh, I'm so sorry. I forgive you. And then you become kind and support and compassionate towards each other. And you never have to deal with that stuff again if you did a good job. Okay. So this is the nature of understanding on a much bigger picture the nature of relationships, how they carry frequency and vibration. And it also helps you to understand how can we use this Tao source field within the book, within the Tao calligraphy, within the Tao Bei calligraphy. How does it work? Very simply. The most positive pure frequency and vibration helps transform the negative stuff that is, in this case, the relationship. So let's go back at it and let's do some practice. So let's connect. I will speak the soul power that's in the book. Okay? Master Sha suggests you place your feet on the floor, stand up straight or sit down, place your feet on the floor. Put one palm over your belly button, one palm over your first chakra. He's suggesting your first chakra for helping transform the relationship blockages. Okay? So I will repeat the soul power, silently repeat it with me. Dear soul, heart, mind, and body of my relationship with, choose one person that you would like to transform your relationship with. Do that now, silently. I love you, honor you, appreciate you. You have the power to heal and transform yourself. Do a great job. Thank you. We go on. He says, dear the soul of this person, state their name. I love you, honor you, deeply appreciate you. We have some challenges in our relationship. We have the power to heal and transform our relationship. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Dear the Tao calligraphy, Da-I, field. And dear the source, dear divine, and dear all of your spiritual fathers and mothers, and all of the spiritual fathers and mothers of this other person. We love, honor, and appreciate you. Please give us a blessing to heal and transform my relationship with, and then state that person's name again. I am very grateful. And now Master Sha suggests that we chant the mantra Shi Qing Hu Zhuo. Shi Qing Hu Zhuo is inhale positive, exhale negative. No, he's saying just use that breath technique. We're going to chant Da-I. We're just going to use that breath technique. Okay? So, now let us do this. One palm facing your first chakra, one palm over your belly button. Breathe in. Da-I. Now the field is blessing them as well as you. Breathe in. Da-I. Breathe in. Da-I. Breathe in. Da-I. Continue. Breathe in. Da-I. See the light coming into your first chakra. See dissipation of negative information. Breathe in. Da-I. Breathe in. If you build up any saliva in your mouth, consciously swallow it down to your third chakra area. There's a sacred oil lamp in there called the Kungong, and it helps to refill this sacred oil lamp. Breathe in. Da-I. Silently. Continue to breathe in and out. Silently. Die. See huge light going to your other person, the person you requested for healing the relationship for. See huge light between your heart centers. Continue the breathing in and out. See the huge light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Check in with yourself. I found myself easily going into a space of emptiness. Very powerful field. This is what people need to understand. This is Da'ai field, the source field, the breath field. It's only in this book. Master Sha has not given this field, this breathing power, into any other book. This is the only one. And I have to say, I am very surprised how potent it actually is. Now, that also includes the animated fields that he has. So when you purchase the book, somewhere within the first, let's say, 15 or 20 pages is barcode. And at the top of the paper is a website. So most of you might know this, but for anybody that doesn't, when you purchase the book, you have access to that website. And that allows you to do this form of a meditation in that field. It does not have to be for the back. And he has two different practices, actually. He does one for the Zhong Mai, and he does one for the Tao Calligraphy back. And what he graciously explains, he says, does the heart have a back of the heart? Does the brain have a back of the brain? Does the front of the chakra have a back of the chakra? The front of the body have the back of the body? Everything has a back. So he says, you use this for everything. So the healing field has no limitations. So I do recommend that you get yourself in front of it. You know, sometimes we get stuck in our own mind. Well, it's just, pretty animation pictures with somebody chanting. I don't know what to tell you if you don't hear the message. He has the ability to transmit power into a book. He has 1,000 people have already have a report card saying it works. It just came out, I don't know, 3 months ago. You already have 1,000 testimonials that it works. So do you think he doesn't have the ability to transmit it into a source calligraphy? So you sit there and you turn it on, you put the field on the part of your body that you want to, and you just close your eyes. Just put it on loop. Just look for the loop button, put it on loop. And it goes round and around 10, 15, 20 minutes. You want to have some powerful healing. It doesn't get more powerful than that. So I do recommend that you do that, especially if you have a major health condition, something going on with you that you need to give more attention to, right? A lot of us, even if we know we have something we need to give more attention to, we don't. Master Sha would say that's because of the negative information on your vibrational field. It prefers that you suffer. It doesn't want you to not suffer. So sometimes you have to fight that resistance and drag yourself in front of the field and just put it on loop for 30 minutes and you'll feel so much better afterwards. Have trouble sleeping at night? Go to that field. Ask it to bless you to sleep. There's so many different ways this can be used, okay? So be wise. Use the tools that are made available to you. Now, I'm going to call it a day on this. We did quite a bit of practice today. And then tomorrow, Friday, Lori or Terry will be coming in, and they'll be doing more practices using this book and using the Tao field that I was just telling you about. So practice is the most important part if you want to transform your life. So do show up tomorrow, same time, 4 p.m. Pacific time. And then I'll be back here next week on Tuesday. I also want to remind you of a very special event that's occurring with the author of this book. His name is Dr. and Master Jigong Shah. And in this book, he has written, in this book, he has shared with us what's called Tao Light Treasures. When you register for this event that I just put in the chat, you can access these light treasures. They are extraordinary. So they normally have a $150 honor fee. When you register for the $80, you get that as a gift automatically. The link explains more, and you can register for your loved ones as well. Very, very powerful. Make sure you register right away. Normally through our center, there might be some discounts or for seniors or whatnot, but because of the high value of this gift, then that's not allowed. Okay, so just register and be grateful for the extraordinary value that it shows. On my side, it shows that it didn't quite pop through, but I guess it did. That's good. Okay. So I want to thank you all for coming. Thank you for clicking on the share button. Let other people know about this live event so they can watch it on their time. And then I will see you back here on Tuesday. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.